The process, I have insecurities towards money. I also have a little bit of conflict towards my mother and younger brother. I do forgiveness for both regularly, and I am optimistic that they will become positive eventually.
As anybody who has ever attended my calls and brought up forgiveness?
It's the work is it's about you. You do the healing for yourself. However it works, moves outwards, it will.
And also, forgiveness is one of the most precious gifts in the world. Please don't give it to someone who hasn't asked for it. Forgiveness is always from the bigger to the smaller, from the older to the younger. You are not bigger than your mother. Please do not do any forgiveness work with the mother. It is only going to make things much worse and your health will suffer. Because it is not your job to be traveling backward. It is your mother you can ask forgiveness from. But it is no child's job to forgive a parent. It is the parent's job to forgive themselves or work on themselves. If your brother is older than you, really, you will need to calm down and recognize that you are not bigger than them. You are younger. Work on yourself. Please don't bother with forgiveness. Temporarily, it might work. In the long run, it will backfire because your energy, all energy must flow where? Where must energy flow? Trick question, because I haven't given you the answer.
Yeah, because
Yeah. The movement is correct. Just find the word for it.
in motion, as in constant motion.
Well, that's the only way anything moves. So thank you. Okay. Energy must always flow forward. What is forward? Older generation to the next generation. From the bigger to the smaller. From the stronger to the weaker. From the protector to the unsafe, vulnerable ones. Your energy right now is flowing backward. Because you are going to the bigger instead of going to the smaller. Therefore, there will be ramifications in the long run for your health and definitely wealth. People who do a lot of forgiveness exercises in the wrong direction, because it's not your job to do it with those who are bigger and older than you, can end up having a lot of eyesight issues. Be careful.
And thank you for that explanation. Shreem, in fact, has written with regards to forgiveness. And I don't know this is a fact, Nidhu, you probably would. With regard to forgiveness, family constellation-based therapy believes in forgiving the parent too. Any insight?
I would like to know more about the words being used, because we say it in words, right? In family constellation, there's also the sense of this is your problem. This is yours to carry. And there are other bodies of work that also encourage forgiveness with parents. This one doesn't. If you can understand the principle behind why we don't do it for those who are older than us, you will know it as a lightness and the superconscious letting you know that this makes sense. If there is a part of you that says, no, I am feeling better, I would like to do it, please do. Please carry on.
As Radha's just put it, it's like trying to climb a mountain backwards.
Well said.
So Fabroz, who had asked about the mother and the brother, had also said, so can I say Ho'oponopono to my mother and younger brother?
Yeah. Ho'oponopono is actually not a forgiveness modality. It is a judgment freedom modality. It is understood as forgiveness because it has the word, please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
But it is actually to release all the judgments that you have with them. You're not really forgiving them. If you read through the story of the origin of Ho'oponopono, and
The
Uh,
jail one.
the which one?
The jail one, that the
Yes,
warden.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, Ilya Haka, Dr. Lou Ilya Haka. What he was doing was clearing his own reactions and triggers as he was looking at those criminals' prison sheets, and they were some of the worst: adulterers, abusers, murderers, rapists. That's what he was doing. He was not forgiving them. He was, so if you have to use the forgiveness in Ho'oponopono, he was actually forgiving himself for not having the understanding, compassion, and tolerance for that person, for being triggered by it, for thinking he was better, for judging them. That's what he was clearing. So it is not really forgiveness work.
Superb.
It is definitely not other forgiveness work. You're not forgiving the other person, forgiving yourself. So please do. Please do. Ho'oponopono is big. It's fantastic.